can see you and hear you now. Everybody say hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Alright. So for chat, you guys welcome into Doki Doki Talk Day 2. Yesterday we had a wonderful time talking with 3 different couples about their different experiences and how they make their relationships work. Today we'll have 5 in total. One's joining a bit later. Individuals who have lived experiences and or are in relationships. I actually don't know all of the relationship statuses in here, but they have nuggets of wisdom to offer. So today's the day.
I don't know. I was forced in here by Hime Toki, but with a knife.
Huh?
It was very terrifying. 100%
No.
true.
That's my VTuber mama, by the way, for those of you who are wondering. That is minimal art. Yeah. Okay, dokie. So, shall we
Send
start with a
help.
quick intro? When you introduce, you can introduce yourself, and then you can also introduce like what your relationship status is, or what kind of experiences you've had, and maybe why you want to come on the show today. Okie dokie. All right. Let
Okay,
me
who's
just
starting?
close this. Okay, the first one who's in the list is Bob. So, Bob, would you do the honors of introducing us?
Yes, hello. I am Bob. Bullseye Bob to be exact. I just wanted to come up to here to see what nugget of wisdoms I could give because, a little bit of everything helps, hopefully.
It does.
And I'm also a single Pringle too, so.
So he's available if you want to snatch this man up. If you're impressed by his
Damn.
words after the
Wait,
stream.
hold up now. Hold up now. I didn't say
Damn.
that. I
Yo.
just said I was single.
Oh,
I ain't got time to be dating anyone right now.
I see. I see. Alrighty, next that is shown on my screen is Min.
Hi, I'm Min. Hi. I've been kidnapped. Send help.
You're fine.
He,
You'll be
he,
fine.
no, he
She
pointed a knife
attacked
at
me.
me and
That's
told
why I
me to
kidnapped
be
her today.
here. But hi, everybody. On all seriousness, I hope that I have some kind of wisdom. I don't actually know if I have any. I only have one brain cell usually, but you live and you learn.
Mm-hmm. Have you been in relationships before?
Several, yes. I know, surprising.
It was surprising. You were a very pleasant person.
Aw, not you. Except for the knife pointing part.
Yeah. Except for the knife pointing part. Okay. And then next up, we have pigs. Hello, hello. It's
Hello.
my first time talking to pigs, actually.
Yeah,
First
I'm
interactions.
excited.
Hello,
Uh,
pigs. Hello.
hello. It's nice to meet you all. I'm
Me
Pix.
too.
I'm in a relationship and have been for about 7 years, and
Oh.
we're engaged.
Wow.
I've
Aw, that's so cute.
yeah, they're Ether is their name. They also stream and stuff like that at Ether Direct.
Mm.
And I've dated a bit before that as well. So I don't know if I have great advice, but I guess it's been working. So
I see, I see. But 7 years, that's not a short time to sustain a relationship too.
yeah,
It's
it's
a
been
long
quite a
time.
while, but it doesn't feel like it's been that long.
Mm. Is it because of
Nice.
COVID years y'all survived that together, right?
Yes, we did. Yeah, we were living together like right at the beginning of that is when we
Oh my
started.
god, it's like a time skip.
Yeah, pretty much.
Awesome. Oh, where are you from, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm from the U.S. I'm in Ohio right now.
Oh, good morning to
Ohio.
you.
Oh.
Ohio gozaimasu.
Yeah, everyone's favorite state.
He lives
Yeah,
in
my
an
goodness.
anime state.
Stop.
That's where all the aliens are going, man.
Oh my god.
They've
Into
been here.
anime.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much. Okay, next we have Sayori. Sayori
Yes,
Storm.
hello.
Yeah.
Hello. My name is
Hi.
Yari Strom. I am a VTuber here. And I am actually married. I just got married this
Oh
year.
wow!
Oh,
Oh my goodness!
Nice.
Thank you.
Congrats.
I wanted to go on with my husband, but he's currently streaming. He's also a streamer and a VTuber, so I kind of want to support him. That's why I just finished my stream about an hour ago because I wanted him to prepare for his own stream so I could raid him.
Oh,
I'm that
that's so
super
sweet.
supportive.
Aw, you guys are so
Yes.
cute.
Yeah,
That's
thank you.
adorable. How long have you
Like-
known your husband?
Oh my gosh, I actually didn't count.
Oh my god.
I'm not the person to count. The last number that I remember is 5, but I believe we're more than 5. The,
Oh
the,
my goodness.
the pandemic kind of blurred my sense of time and
Oh my
numbers.
goodness. Yeah, all of us. That's all of us. Yeah.
Yeah, but we've been friends for longer, and we were in a relationship after we got to know each other as friends. So
Aw,
yeah,
that's lovely. Sounds like
That's
a
so
very natural progression of things on your end.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah,
nice
yeah.
and smooth.
Smooth transition.
Mm.
Alright, and as for myself, hello, my name is Mitoki. I'm an artist and barrier streamer from Singapore. For those that are in my channel, and usually in my channel, you already know who I am, and you would know that I'm engaged and getting married in a month! Wow!
Yay!
Yay! Congratulations!
Yeah, we actually graduated from our marriage preparation course today. Like today was the
Yay.
last session, and they gave us a little certificate with our
wow.
names and stuff.
Can we get a congrats in chat?
yeah,
Congrats.
yeah. Look at these
Yes,
scholars here,
indeed.
ready to get married. Yeah.
Oh my
So that's why I
I'm so
wanted
happy
to
for
organize
you.
this little show thing is because we're going for a faith-based marriage course. So it's very like based on Bible, surrounded by Christian mentors and
Oh,
people.
right.
And I kind of wanted to get an outsider view also on like what do you how do other people manage their relationships, So I thought it'd be nice to talk about it and timely enough.
Yep.
Nice.
Okie dokie.
Sure.
So, the guests may or may not be staying for the entire duration, so enjoy them while they are here. Hype them up while they're here as well, yeah. And we'll be talking about 2 topics today. So initially, this day was meant for like the logistical part of partnerships, but because most people responded with being more comfortable on the topic of being a good partner, so we will spend the first half of the talk show on the being a good partner aspect, and then the second half of the talk show on the logistics instead. Yes, sir.
Sure.
Yes, sir. We also have a kudo board if you want to share with us your nuggets of wisdom yourself, and we'll be looking at it towards the end of the stream today. So we'll be reading your input as well. There are a few
Nice.
love stories in there. Them cute. Okay.
Cute. Everybody's cute.
Super. I've been reading the stories
Also,
like,
I've been on
my
a
end.
hiatus for so long. I kind of forget like my streamer introductions.
It's fine.
It's a-
I haven't been streaming in like what, half a year?
Oh, it's been that long already?
It's been that long. I haven't streamed for very long.
Dang.
For
Like my last
Years.
stream was in like May.
Oh wow. Wait, that's not half
Wait,
a year.
no, that's not. No, wait, no, not May. It was no. That's my brain like jumbling times. I think it was like March. That was the last time I streamed.
Yeah, that would be about 6 months ago.
Yeah,
So have you
yeah.
guys read the stories on the kudo board?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Any
was
favorites so
reading those.
far, or yet to choose?
I have not seen this kudo board yet.
Okay.
I'm on my iPad, so like visuals are very limited. Give me a second.
No
Let me split-
worries. Take your time. Take your time.
Ah,
It's kind of hard to choose because there were also a lot of personal stories about, well, a long marriage, especially with their highs and lows.
I thought
Okay,
people
so-
would be leaving maybe 2 paragraphs at most, but
They
Yeah,
left,
though some of them are
more-
very long, actually.
yeah, they're sharing
Wow.
all the nuggets of wisdom, all of it.
Mm-hmm.
there's this
Okey-dokey.
from Eternal that's very long.
Yeah.
And there's one from Old 10. Like, all of them are pretty freaking long.
There's a few short ones of just like there was one with just honesty and loyalty. That was the post.
Yes.
Yeah,
Honestly,
I like the
a
one
loyal
that that they talked about being quote unquote wholesome, because
Ah, yeah.
we see that a lot right now in media, especially in social media. Of course, we have to admit that social media is a curated
Yeah, for
perspective
sure.
of people. So sometimes being wholesome is just like a way. Sometimes it's not exactly the whole
Yeah.
picture that we're seeing. So I really like the perspective.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm,
Like
mm-hmm.
relationships aren't meant to be perfect, you know? And we're
Yep.
gonna talk
Super.
about that in a bit. Alrighty, so with the introductions done, and by the way, chat, if you guys have any questions for our guests, feel free to go ham as and when. So
Yeah.
some of the
As
common topics that was for this group prior to the talk, I made them fill a form. I'm sorry if it was very long, but some of the topics that the overall group has said they're comfortable talking about is one, management of self, your mental health and behaviors, conflict resolution, and boundaries and expectations. So, shall we start with the first one, management of self? That's an interesting thing because when you talk about relationships, usually we talk about both parties, right?
yeah.
But so, where does
Yep.
the self come in that regard? Let's see. Bob, do you have anything to add about management of self? Anything that perhaps
The
you feel you need to like watch out about yourselves before you go into a
taking
relationship? Mm.
being comfortable with dating someone or staying in a relationship for the long term is what you should be aiming for, right?
Mm.
If you're if you're just doing it for the kicks or for something like rash, it's not, it's not healthy for both you and the other person.
Mm.
Um,
Like if you're
and
doing it
it's
for shits and giggles, or like you're just not serious.
yeah, it's not really beneficial for anyone. I
Mm.
mean, obviously, there's always a situation where you can go mess around and whatever, but it's, when the other person's looking for something serious, they lay down that they want to be on a long term. Their end goal is marriage. Is like, do you want to date? Like, are you gonna jeopardize this other person's like goals
Mm.
because you're not mentally ready for that?
Oh. Have you ever been in a situation where these expectations were kind of misaligned or not the same?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I My last relationship with someone like that.
Oh.
Um, I dated this person for like sevenish years,
Oh
and
wow, long time.
my expectations was like, get a, to eventually marry and etc.
Yeah.
And her expectations, she never really laid them down
Mm.
at all. But
That's not good.
we assume we're on the same page. Because we did talk about topics later and down in the future about, when are we doing this, when is a good time to buy a house, etc.,
Mm.
etc. Because at the time we were still like, she was mostly in school and I was already working.
Mm.
um so we're just figuring out when is the best time after she's done with her college, and whenever I've upgraded to work and so on. But as the years went on, it just wasn't what I was expecting.
Mm.
um Person basically cheated on me and etc.
Oh, I'm sorry to
And
hear
Ooh.
that.
Oh no.
Oof. Ouch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good, man. I'm
That's
glad
painful.
I'm glad you guys are done.
Glad you're out.
Mm-hmm.
it's funny because I let it happen like 3 times like an idiot.
No,
Oh
No, don't blame yourself, Bob.
Bob.
Don't blame
oh
yourself.
no.
Three times
um
over 7 years.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Wow.
And
I mean, if you're dating a person, you have trust in them, right? So it's like
yeah,
you can't really blame yourself for that because you want to trust the person. You want to
Mm.
see the good in the person you're dating. So I don't think that it's your fault. It's like the other person's fault for like breaching your trust. So
Yeah,
definitely do not
absolutely.
blame. You're not dumb.
That is very
The other
true.
person's dummy.
Mm.
Hmm.
I
But
see. I see.
so my expectations were shattered as the relationship went on, and after breaking it with the person, I went to therapy and everything, and I realized that that it's one of the things I should have paid attention to was what were our goals together, what were the expectations of being together,
Mm.
and I do have previous relationships before that 7 year one that we did lay down expectations and we did lay down like what we wanted to do, and if we ever changed like our goals, we talked it out.
Yeah.
So like expectations will definitely help help you stay in a relationship, like keep a healthy relationship if anything, because if things aren't going to work out, at least both of you guys healthily detach, healthily break up, or healthily mature within each other.
That's so
Because
true.
if both parties are just trying to mess around, then okay, then
Yeah.
both parties will mess around. If both parties want to marry, then they will both work hard to get that point. Expectations will help you do this. Expectations are also like guidelines, right? Like,
Yeah.
hey, I don't, I'm a very like, let's say tell someone, hey, I don't go to parties, I don't do this, I don't drink, I don't do drugs, I don't do any of that. So if you're into that lifestyle and you want me to be involved, I cannot do that, right?
Mm. Yeah.
So
Mhm.
that would also help communicating what you're okay with and what you're not. Like, I'm not okay with people cheating on me, obviously, right? I'm
You
not
most
okay with
people wouldn't
people.
be.
Lol. Yeah, I don't
Obviously,
think I know anyone who
but
would. Yeah.
Mm.
so obviously these expectations will help.
I see. Bob, I realized I didn't ask you where you were from.
I am from the US as well.
Ah,
I'm from Texas.
Texas, US. So we
Yeehaw.
have two
Yes.
from. Wait, I'm assuming Siri, you're in Asia, but I might be assuming.
No, you're correct. You're correct. I think we live in the same time zone, so
Oh,
I'm from the
Oh, you're
Philippines.
C.
oh,
You're from the
okay.
C
All
as
right.
well. Oh my god.
PH, and we
Um,
have. All right, we have a balance of like two from the US, two from the Southeast Asian region. Interesting.
yes.
Hmm. Okay,
C.
Nice.
okay. So Bob, now that you are single, do you think what are your expectations for your next relationship?
uh my next expectations,
Or will
I'm
depend
not
on the person?
I mean, obviously, like I've after my 7 year relationship, right? I've had
Mm.
several other different experiences, and it's just like, you know what? If I end up dating someone, it would be because I like l- literally fell in love with them. Because
Oh,
like I'm not really looking for any type of relationships. I'm not really up for it right now. I want to focus on me right now. I want to focus on things that I want to do.
yeah.
So like if for whatever reason I'm dating, like if I'm gonna date someone, my expectations would be simply that I want to reach the end goal with them, like live with them, marry them, and live
Oh,
happily.
Like I want this to be my last one.
that's
Yeah,
so
yeah, basically.
sweet.
I mean, obviously it wouldn't be the last one. Who knows, right? Like anything could happen. But if it's going to if I'm going to start dating again, it it would most likely be my last.
I see, I see. That's a good expectation to have. Like when you're out there and you already know like, okay, I want to get married, I want to settle down. It would be easier to find someone with the same mindset than going in blind and then deciding on the go.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. 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 Yep.
Hello, hello. Welcome, I'm me from the stream. We got
Hi.
a small raid. Yes.
Hey, welcome,
Hello,
Raiders.
Matthew.
Welcome.
Welcome. Yeah. So right
Uh,
now we're talking about management of self. So Bob brought up like having expectations, and then Yeah, that's something
Yeah,
that I think.
managing expectations definitely one of them. Like
Mm,
recently, I had like I'm not gonna name names, but like
uh-huh.
recently I've been involved in like helping a couple talk to each other because
Oh.
communication is so important. But like both of them are just polar opposites, I will
Oh
say.
no.
They're very different. Like the girl is very, she doesn't know what she wants most of the time. Very wishy washy. And then the guy is like too carefree. And it's like when the two of them come together, it's like it can either go really good or really bad. But unfortunately, in this case, I think it went a little bit south because they clearly misunderstand each other a lot.
Oh, that's sad. How long have they been together?
They haven't been together for that long, honestly. They were just trying out for a month, but
Oh,
like it already like started falling apart. And then like they
a
started
month in.
misunderstanding each other, and both of them are my friends. So I'm just like,
Tough position for you.
I guess I will have to talk to the both of you.
Man, when the friends have to play the mediator, it's
Yeah, no, because it's like it's quite sad because like the girl treasures the friendship that she has with this guy, but she realized that she doesn't see him in a romantic way.
Yeah.
But like she already felt that way early on before they started dating. She basically dated him just because, you know,
Try
she
out
felt
again.
no, she felt obligated to just because she
Oh.
thinks that he's giving her stuff to to expecting returns, which is like being in a
Oh.
relationship with her. But that's not the case. That's not what the guy wants at all. He wants a genuine relationship. But yeah, I would say both parties are at fault because like one, she didn't make herself very clear to him. She
Mm.
was very wishy washy. She wasn't very like forthcoming with like her thoughts because she herself, to be fair, she herself also does not know what the hell she wants. So
Oh, I see, I
like
see.
sad, and then like the guy is like pushing really hard because he's like, I don't want to mess this up. I really like this girl. I want to go all the way with her. I want to marry her. That kind of stuff.
Oh,
But
he
like,
likes her that much.
yes, he's like really going all the way out.
Mm.
And another thing is like it's a kind of long distance relationship. Well, I don't know if this counts as long distance. I mean, he's in the neighboring country.
Yeah, I would count it as long distance still. You can't just
Yeah,
like
it's
as
it's
and when
pretty
take a
pretty
taxi down.
far. Yeah, you still have to cross borders. So like
Mm.
he, he's living there and she's here, and like it's very complicated. It
Yeah.
adds to a level of complication, and like um I think what broke down for both of them was really communication. She didn't communicate what the hell she wanted. She also didn't know what she wanted, and he, on the other hand, thought too little about it. It's kind of like she's very dismissive of the guy and
Mm.
his feelings a little bit, and like he, on the other hand, is very like sensitive. You know,
Ayo.
he takes it super personal.
Oh, what a match.
And like I had to tell him like, you need to manage your expectations so she doesn't like you back. Okay, you you know it, you already knew that like this could go both ways.
Mm.
So like why are you not expecting it now? I literally laid it out on the table for him, like super straight to the point and like flat out smack him in the face with
Hi, mama.
facts. And I couldn't really do that for the girl because she's a little bit more like she can't really take like hard blows. So I didn't want to like shock her with too much. So I just try to be as gentle as possible. It's very hard for me to be gentle because I don't know. I'm a very
She's
straightforward
a
person. It's
tough
very
love
hard.
mama.
It's very hard for me to like soften everything because
Mm.
I'm just it is what it is. I'm laying out the facts, and like I don't bullshit anybody. I'm just telling you, if it sucks, it sucks. You know, like
You're a good
butter
friend.
up, buttercup. Yeah, like life's a journey kind of shit.
All
I'm
that.
just that kind of person. I'm 100% that bitch that will tell you that you suck if you suck.
I mean, you're definitely a very grounded friend. You're very practical as well. You hold nothing back.
Well, yeah, so with her it was very hard because like I couldn't really like give it all to her at once. I have to like break it up into smaller bite-sized pieces so she understands what the hell is going on and what I had to help her figure out her feelings as well. Like I told her, okay, if you already felt this way, like if you think that, why would you think that this person is giving you gifts in expectation of something in return? Is it something from your past that's telling you that? I have to ask her questions like this because like I understand everybody's different, and she's definitely more inclined with her emotions. Like she's more aware in a way of like like she's very like, I don't know how to put it. I wouldn't say she's very aware of herself, but I also wouldn't say she's not aware. It's very confusing, but
I
like
think most people are like that. Like, we know most parts of ourselves and we can understand why we think certain things, but sometimes it just takes a friend to, like, give you the extra context for you to figure it out, you know?
yeah, I had to like literally like, the guy is so simple. I just punch him with facts. Like, he can take it. Like, bro, it's just like hard facts to the face. Hard to swallow pills. But for her,
Oh,
it's like,
man.
okay, honey, let's sit down, let's think about this. Okay, calm down. I know you're angry, but clearly you care about this person. So
Yeah.
let's talk about it, okay? Oh my goodness. For me it's frustrating and I have to be like that. But
Yeah,
every
but
friend
it's
is different.
I
So
think it's still very admirable that you're able to change your communication method, like, to suit the person, because that's also very important in your own, like, romantic relationships, right? Like, understanding the other party and accommodating how they communicate or what best will bring across your message
right.
to them. Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people do not know how to communicate their feelings most of the time. And then they
Yeah.
get like, they fumble, and like it's fine to fumble, but like, just understand that your words hold impact to the other party. Don't just say things out of anger. Definitely take a day or two. It's fine to take a step back and like, say, yo, I need more time to think about a response. I don't want to answer you right now because like whatever I'm gonna say to you right now is gonna hurt like shit. Unless that's what you want from me, then
Yeah. I'm
okay.
not in the right
Let
headspace
the-
to have this conversation in a productive way, something like that.
yeah, it's like it's gonna be a wonderful song if you're not gonna give me that space to like think.
All right. I mean, it
Won't
sounds like it
go
would be
chasing waterfalls. Yeah, but yeah.
sounds like it would be quite easy to understand you. I think a lot of the complaints I hear is that I don't know what they're thinking. You know, like, why won't they just tell me? And then the other person's like, if I have to tell you, it will be meaningless already.
It
Oh
defeats
my
the
gosh.
purpose. I think I know how you feel about that. I think girls, mostly girls, are like that. Like we want to be romanced, right? We want the guy
Yes.
to like,
Yeah.
yo, I know you,
I can
yay,
read your
you like
mind. You want
me,
flowers
I
right
know
now. Here,
you.
poof.
It's
Yes.
like not everyone has
That's
that
true.
riz, you know what I mean?
There
I
is
don't
not
know if that
the
riz.
Not everybody can be anime or
They
like
don't
oppa,
Yeah.
whatever.
they don't they don't got that riz. Maybe Ohio man has like,
Ohio man.
Ohio man
All
has
right,
the
let's pass it
riz.
down
Oh
then
yeah,
to
I
Ohio
got that
man.
riz for sure.
Oh damn.
Ohio man, lay your anime wisdom on us. You have gone and anime on your side. Who can be against you?
I can never lose. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I think what you're saying is another thing that was perpetuated by media, especially trying to,
yes, especially Korean drama.
yeah, we
And
got all the K
otome
dramas
games
out
too.
there.
Mine
Yes,
stemmed
Yeah,
from
not
Otome.
only
otome
not only
games.
Korean, otome
Yes.
games,
For
or maybe
real.
shoujo,
Somehow they
shoujo
got
manga.
they have the formula, but it doesn't apply to real life.
Yeah, if a guy actually resists you like that, it's like, is he for real?
Yeah, I think I'd be like kind of creeped out if they like really knew like everything.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like shush, hush, don't talk.
Don't talk.
Jose
I know.
too,
I know.
Jose can be a
I
culprit.
know, sweetheart. I know, honey. I know, my darling. Oh my
I
god,
know
stop.
my girl.
My girl. What's up, baby girl? You lost.
Who's a baby girl?
Yeah, I think when we were talking about like management of like self and stuff like that, I was thinking, it's important that even though you're in a relationship, to maintain your own like self identity as well, and have like things that you can do separate from your partner.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people can become like too codependent on each other, and then it ends
Yes,
up being
that's very true.
kind of bad for both people. So I think being able to enjoy your own alone time or enjoy your own hobbies, as well as having ones obviously together, can be pretty important.
Yeah.
So
So,
that's true.
what kind of activities do you have like with your partner of 7 years that you guys have separate or enjoy together?
Oh gosh. I mean, we both like we kind of have like a little bit of a routine where like at the end of the night before we go to bed, we'll like spend time together and like watch shows that we like together. But like work schedules, we like work at different times. So by the time we come home, we always cook together and eat together.
Oh,
We
that's
always like
nice.
wait to watch shows together.
That's so
We usually play like the same types of games, so we'll like wait to play games with each other or something like that.
Aw.
Um,
Aww,
but yeah,
that's so
we each have
sweet.
things that we're interested in on our own too. That like when they're off at work, I just do my own thing, and when I'm gone, they can still do their own thing.
Yeah. How long have you two been living together? Because I know you've been together 7 years, but I'm assuming not all 7 years you were staying together.
Yeah, so we moved in together. It would have been, I think, 2019. So it's been about 4 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's been. It was the first time I had ever lived with like anyone besides just my parents, and for them, they had like roommates and stuff like that before.
Mm.
So I think at first I didn't really know how to do like house chores or anything. Like I
Oh
really didn't know
no,
like
That's a
what I was
mood.
doing.
oh
Yeah.
my goodness, my mother trained
Even,
me for this. No, I'm just kidding.
My mother did not
even like
train me for that. I'm a princess.
yeah,
True.
well, I'm the youngest of all my family, so I was always like given whatever I wanted, and like I never had to do chores myself
Oh
usually.
boy.
Oh,
And,
Boy,
dang.
oh boy, wow, look
and
at you.
this is hard to admit, but actually I drop my laundry off of my parents, and they still do it for me.
Oh my
Oh
goodness,
my goodness.
no
But they live
way.
nearby?
They live relatively close, yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's still.
Oh my god,
Okay.
I mean, the power of being
lucky.
the youngest sibling, yeah.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
is how it is.
I got to take advantage of it, you know.
Oh
You
my
have
god,
to.
I mean, and I have
Youngest
her
siblings are
parents.
so powerful. They just don't know.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
funny
I have
because I have two younger brothers, and the second one is the one who doesn't really know how to do anything by himself. The youngest one is more
No.
independent. Like he's like, I don't want to be like that, and then he goes out to do things himself. So he becomes the pseudo youngest.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
Yeah, he gets the benefits.
Yeah,
I'm
he gets
the
all the
only
benefits.
child. I'm the only child, man. I have to do everything myself.
Any
If
more
anything
only
goes
children
wrong,
in
I
the
can't
chat?
blame anyone but myself. You messed up the laundry? Well, whose fault is that? Your own, because you're alone.
Oh, Bob, are you an only child?
No,
I
he's
have
not.
4
I've heard him talk about his
siblings.
siblings.
4 siblings. Wow.
Uh-huh.
But are you the
Mhm.
youngest?
No, I'm the
I didn't know
oldest.
you had that
Oldest.
many.
Okay, we have
Oh no,
Oh no,
oldest
he's got a
child.
big brother. He's got a
big
big brother
bro. What about
Oh,
you,
no.
Sari?
Oni-chan.
I'm the oldest.
Oh, we
Eldest.
have-
Oh no.
Both me and my husband are the eldest.
Ah, okay.
Oh wow,
Okay.
so do you guys
Interesting.
like fight to be the first?
We're all jealous of your picks. I'm just letting you know.
I'll wear that
Oh,
with
wow.
pride. Yeah,
Okay.
I love being the
okay.
baby.
Yeah, but now I'm sure you're able to, like, having lived with a partner for like what, 4 years already. So
Yeah,
I'm sure you know how to split the house chores and stuff now, right?
yeah. I mean, we have things that I do all the trash taking out, the cat litter, help with dishes and clean like the bathroom and stuff like that.
Mm.
I've learned.
Yeah. We live and learn.
Live and learn.
Yeah. So Sayori, also now married. How are you? Management of self. What do you think
wow.
about that in your relationship?
I'd say that you it's a continuous thing. Even after marriage, you all expect that you're going to, okay, I'm ready for marriage because I've done this and that. I
Mm.
have accomplished this and that. But when you actually get married, you're like, okay, what the fuck are we doing?
Oh my
No,
goodness.
So
really,
like,
that's the exact thing that we felt after the whole honeymoon phase ended. We're like, okay, so now what? What do we do?
do we just live life? Like, what
So
now?
yeah, we live, yeah, technically we live life. So we actually learn new things about ourselves, especially the things that we never knew about us being a unit. So the reason why I say unit is that I believe that getting married, you need to be partners and not just, husband and wife, husband,
Mm.
whichever
Mm-hmm.
goes up to your alley. So yeah, you have to consider that no one should be ahead, no one should be behind. You're both at the same, and I guess in the same line together.
Mm.
And sometimes when we are too used to being a very independent person like me, and I'm a strong independent woman that needs no. I had that mentality, so I was usually labeled the headstrong one.
Yeah.
When we finally got, we tied the knot and everything, it was
Aww.
so hard to actually unlearn everything,
Mm.
unlearn to be independent because I used to live on my own. So of course he came by to help with things every now and then. He makes sure that I was okay, especially during the pandemic, and that's
Yeah.
something that I love about him.
Aw.
But yeah, being independent minded and being in that mindset for so long, you get
Like
to
you think
undo.
that you were being a burden
Yeah.
and you don't want to like let him do all
Yes,
the
yes,
work.
that's the thing. I'm still
It's the older
unlearning that.
sibling mindset. Oh my god. It is the
Yes.
older
Oh, I
That's
can't
sibling
say I
mindset.
experienced the same, but I can see how
yes.
that can develop. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
because like you're
so
always you're always the one that everyone depends on. So it's like if you're not being dependent
exactly.
on, you're like, I'm useless. Oh
Uh,
no.
yes,
Surface
even in our
pressure.
friend group, I'm the mom.
Oh,
I'm
I
technically
get
the
it. I get
mom.
it. Well, even though I'm a
Mm.
single
So
child, I actually like observe my cousins, because like I grew up with my cousins who are my mom's brother's kids, and we grew up together. We
Oh.
watched each other grow up. Like we were playing since we were babies and stuff like that. So they're like kind of like my siblings. I'm the youngest, but it's quite the opposite for me. In the family, I'm like the black sheep
Oh.
and the third rate citizen. My middle cousin is the one who's like put on the pedestal because he's the only guy.
Ah, there
Like
is
Asian
that.
family,
Yeah. Pink
Asian
sheep.
family. If you boy, you get extra love. If you girl, pleh. And then there's
it's
like
okay.
his older sister who's like the second class citizen, but is still treated better than me.
Ayo.
Yeah, but I've observed her. It's like she's always the one that everyone depends on, and it's like it's so much burden on her shoulders. Sometimes I feel bad for her
Mm.
because like she's constantly being compared, stuff like that.
Oh,
Even
sounds
like down to
tiring.
right now, she's
Yeah,
married
it's
with
very
a kid.
tiring.
Oh,
I
It's
know how
like
that
yeah,
feels.
she just gave birth like
congrats.
this month, like earlier this month,
Oh,
she gave
dang.
birth. And like before that, it's like, if it wasn't a boy, I think her mother would have been like less caring.
Oh,
Oh my
man.
god, really?
That's so sad.
Yeah, it's kind of, I feel bad for her. It's like until now, it's like, she says she wanted a water dispenser. My mom has one, and she
Yeah.
wanted to like give it to her like for free because like, why the heck do you want to buy one when I have one? And it's like her mom was like, "Nah, don't put it in my house. Like the house is like super messy. There's a lot of things. Don't. She can just use the kettle, but the kettle's like really slow, and the baby's like hungry all the time.
Yeah.
So it's like she needs something pronto.
That's so weird to like.
And like me and my mom just feels like she's just being honestly weird.
Yeah. I mean, if you're already like valuing a child just because they were born a boy or born a like a male, biologically male, that's weird already. That's quite old school though.
But the
Yeah,
good thing is
that's
that her
something.
brother,
Yeah.
yeah, the good thing is that her brother now, like, it as because they're mature now, they fight lesser, and like he actually like takes a step back so that,
Oh.
because he knows how his mother is, and then he's like, I'm gonna give my sister a way to, like, come down from this, because like her mother's always like trying to embarrass her and stuff,
Is he an
and
older
it's like,
brother?
no,
He's
he's younger
younger.
than her, yeah,
Oh, wow.
but he knows that the family kind of favors him because he's a boy.
Man.
Yes, Asian families. Classic.
Yep.
Yeah.
But something that I've noticed that the thing is, a lot of us would say that get into a relationship or maybe get married when you've actually healed a part of yourself from the trauma that you probably had in your previous relationships or as a person itself. That's only actually the half of it.
Mm.
When you
True.
get into
Yep.
a relationship or maybe when you get married per se, all the second half or maybe another quarter of the trauma that you have experienced from your own families, I guess, starts going out on that area. So we have a place wherein we heal our individual selves and another aspect of us to heal while we are in relationships. And that is, I guess, the hardest pill to swallow because we think that we're okay, we're good, we're healed, I can move on with life.
Mm.
But yeah,
I
all
feel
those
you.
ugly things
Yeah.
about family trauma, it starts coming out, especially when you're married. It's something that I personally still am healing, and he is also healing. So we're both healing each other from
Yeah.
that.
I feel the family trauma part. Like the whole reason why like I stayed single for a while is because like I personally have like a handicapped dad. He got a stroke and everything. So like I feel like it's an extra burden on my partner. Like like he or she has to like
get over here now!
inherit a disabled person into their lives who's like not the best guy. I'm gonna tell you that, not the best guy to deal with, and like, yeah, like
Mm.
I don't want my partner to deal with that or deal with him in general.
It's definitely a hard thing because it becomes like a part of your package as well, right? Like willingly or
I mean, parents
unwillingly.
you can't just abandon them.
Yeah. So it becomes a part of it. But hopefully, you do find someone who is willing to take on that quote unquote burden. Because
I
when you
hope.
want to
I
be with
hope.
someone, when you want to love them, and when you want to love them and in extension their family, usually you take it on. Like if it is something that you can handle, and there are people out there who can.
Though, like, I'm not hopeful because like I'm almost 30 and I'm just like, oh, this is pain. I don't want to think about it.
It's tough.
It's okay. Age, really, you don't need to rush. Actually, it's
Yeah.
better that when you're a little, well, when you're in what 30 plus, that you get, or maybe in your late 20s, to get into serious relationships, because you're still trying to get out of the teenage phase when you're in your early 20s. So
Yeah.
technically, your brain is kind of like a kid still,
Mhm.
and
Yeah,
when
I agree.
you've completely matured when you're about to hit 30, and that's where I think you start taking relationships to the next level.
Yeah. For sure.
True.
I like to describe like now I'm 25, so I like to describe that I've only experienced maybe like I'm a 4 or 5 year old adult at most. So I've only lived that much of my life as an
Mm,
adult. So
it's
there's
okay.
more to do, you know?
I feel. I'm
Okay.
29, man. Man, like everything changes when you're 29. It's like you're just unlearning everything you've learned.
We become more self-aware, right, of like things
Yeah,
that have
yeah, like
affected us.
unlearning like the bad traits that that's been like taught to you by like whoever was in like in a powerful position, a person of authority in your life, like certain values that people have imparted to you that it's just like you feel like super useless.
Okay, so
I don't know.
just a moment. We have another
Oh, hey
guest who's joining
Brennan.
us, Lotter.
Hi, Lotter.
Hello,
Hello, hi
Walter.
everyone.
Hello, Lauder
Hi.
has been my friend for a long time since I started streaming almost 3 years ago.
Hello,
He has been my
hello.
moderator, my subscriber, and a friend, and I'm gonna meet him for the first time during my wedding, I think. You're coming, right?
Yeah, yeah, of course, yeah.
Yay!
I'm very excited.
Yes, me too!
I
Alright,
mean,
so
you had to
Lauder,
sound excited. Like, I mean, did you not hear how she said you're all coming, right?
you're
Like, oh
coming,
god.
right?
Oh my gosh, she's gonna point a knife at you like she pointed a
This is
knife
how
at
I kidnapped Min. So, is
Yeah,
Yeah,
to be
like,
fair, my wife is more
join
excited than me.
talk.
it? Oh, that's cute.
Yeah,
I can't wait to meet her too.
she already looking for dress and everything.
Oh,
Aww.
she's adorable. I can't wait to meet her. Alright, so Lauder,
Gentle
since you just came
persuasion.
in, we'll take a short moment if you would like to introduce yourself, if you would. Oh, and
Yeah.
hold on. Does anyone have to go at the moment? Oh, okay.
I will probably
Pix.
have to leave. Yeah.
Alright. Thank you for joining us for first 45 minutes. Appreciate
Yeah. Thank you
it.
guys for having me so much. It was
Ohio
good to talk
man,
with you
let's
all.
catch up again sometime.
Yes, I will represent Ohio anytime.
Yes, sir.
You Ohio man.
Have a good one. Have a
Yes. Bye
good
bye.
one.
Thank you,
Bye.
Pixel.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
They're doing like some
Bye.
tag team thing, like, oh, switch
Yeah, we
places.
planned this.
Switch places, Lamau.
Yeah. So, Lauder, quick intro to yourself and maybe like your relationship experience, or you can describe what your relationship is like now.
Yeah, sure. So, so you can call me Lotte, and I've been in a relationship for more than 7, 8 years, if I remember
Wow.
correctly.
Yes.
And 5
Oh
years.
my god, you
Yeah.
all don't remember. That's so cute.
I mean,
Y'all brought it together so long.
actually, we are in 5 years marriage. So yeah, we've been known like 2 or 3 years before we get married.
Mm.
And
Cute. Very cute.
yeah, basically, I'm a freelance illustrator.
Yes, sir.
So I've been doing illustrator for my full-time job. And yeah, basically, that's all.
Lauder streaming win.
Well, soon.
Soonish.
I love that your character
Don't
just
worry,
sips
I
a
feel
drink
you.
when he's resting. Just like.
I haven't streamed in like 6 months, so I feel.
Alrighty, so right now we were on the topic of management of self. We just concluded that part actually, and we took a bit longer than I expected that we would, but we also covered a lot of bases, like the expectations and communication, and how we kind of inherit each other's family of origin when we get together with someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, is there any
definitely.
of those pointers, Lauder, that stand out to you that maybe you would like to comment on?
Um, I'm not sure because I didn't join the previous conversation, but
Mm,
I think I probably can talk more about long distance relationship.
sorry?
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
long distance.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is
Cool.
So yeah, because during our first 2 years of marriage, we actually been in long distance relationship where I was in Malaysia and my wife was in UK.
Oh damn,
Of
that's
Yeah.
very
marriage?
far.
It's
Yeah,
long.
Oh.
that's during the first year, and then the second year we switched places where I was in UK and my wife was in Malaysia.
What?
How did
That's
that happen?
crazy.
Yeah, it was not too bad, I guess, because
Hmm.
I think we trusted each other really so much. So and then the first 1 and 2 years is everything is like we really trust each other.
Oh. Do you
And
call
Aw.
every day or something?
yeah, basically we actually yeah, we message each other every day, and we video call sometimes. And in some occasion we did like ordered some gift through online shopping, and then just like make a surprise
That is
to each
so
other.
cute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then some we actually my wife actually did save some money so that she can actually spend like 1 or 2 weeks together with me during our long distance relationship. Yeah,
Wow.
because I was doing my master during that time,
Mm.
so I have like 3 weeks of break during I have like 3 weeks of break. So my wife was coming over to UK, and then we spent time with each other, and we actually did like some vacation
So
to
fun.
yeah. It was fun. Yeah.
Feels like with long distance, the anticipation to see each other is like so
Yeah,
much more amplified than when you already see each other frequently.
true. That's really true.
Yeah, yeah. You learn to treasure them
Yeah, it
more, I
was sweet.
guess.
Yeah, it was really sweet.
So nice. So, what was your favorite memory from that holiday that you had? I'm digging
Yeah,
for stories because I want to know.
we went to Switzerland actually.
Oh
Wow!
wow.
I've never
It was
been.
it was really nice. Yeah, it was like the nicest place that I have ever been.
Oh, with the nicest person you've ever known.
Mhm.
That's so sweet. Okay. So we have covered that management of self, conflict resolution, boundaries, and expectations. I can't do long distance. I don't know about you guys, but
Yeah, I think it's not for all.
yeah.
Neither.
I
I
think
have
I
a few
could.
exes.
Good.
I think
Mm,
may I ask, so what's the biggest concern when you're doing long distance relationship?
for me,
Yeah, because
for me,
some people.
let me think. I think I am very assured when my partner is nearby. The physical presence is very important to me. So that completely lacking is already a big factor. So I did enter a long distance relationship with one of my exes, which was Mr. Toki from like 2 years ago. A lot of it
Oh
now.
yeah, I remember
Yeah,
Mhm.
he
that.
went to the U.S. to study, and during that time, the first half of it was okay because it was still pandemic, and he was at home most of the time. So almost all day we would just be calling and stuff, right? So the presence was still felt. But the second time that he went over, uh, pandemic was kind of like lessened already, and he had a lot more friends. He had settled and was a lot more busy, and he only called me on the first day that he landed. We video called just to see his room, and for the rest of the month, we only said good morning and good night.
Oh, that
So,
sucks.
yeah, so for that
That's
period, it
not
felt
a
like
yeah.
we aren't built for long distance in the regular situation of like having a social life outside while you're there, right? So that kind of made it go meow, like it became more of a friendship, like what someone that I just greeted every day for some reason. So we
Oh.
decided to end it, and he also found a partner in the US, so now he's happily with her, and I'm happily with someone in Singapore. So it worked out in the end. It was just not the right circumstances for our relationship to blossom. Mm.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Yes, I understand.
I think it could work for me because I'm very introverted and
Mm.
like I don't need and I'm a very busy person. I draw a lot. I like 9 to 5 or my 9 to whatever time I work.
Yeah. I mean,
It's like
yeah. Keep
it's
busy.
like
Yeah, keep
I'm
yourself
Mm.
busy.
so
Actually,
busy.
help.
I'm so busy. It's like I like if I got time to like call a person like all the time, I have to be like churning work at the same speed. So like I think I could do this because like I don't need constant like attention. I just need to like know, hey, I love you and stuff like that. You just text me that and like, ask me how my day is at the end of the day. And like yeah, like have a chill in the Discord and talk and maybe watch a movie sometimes. Like I'm fine with that. I mean, of
Mm.
course there's the thing that everybody talks about, like what about physicality, holding each other's hands and stuff like that. Bro, if you can't even be comfortable without holding their hands, are you really gonna be comfortable at all with them when you
True.
Interesting.
like it's like I feel like I can be like I do this to like my community as well, like sitting in there being silent and just enjoying the company. Really, they
Yeah.
don't have to talk, like just the presence is enough for me. I feel like
Mm.
maybe I'm used to it because like my when my dad was well, he would always be overseas, and like I'm very used to being very independent,
Just like
like
alone
not
at
needing
home.
affection all the time. Yeah, like I was
Mm.
always alone at home. My parents weren't around. I'm always doing my own thing, and like like I found joy in that. I enjoyed the solitude. I enjoyed being alone.
I mean, that's nice. Anyone else likes to have your alone time in this call?
Yeah, I actually do. Both of us, really.
Mm.
I
But
think
then
it's really
again,
important. It's really
yeah,
important to be able to be comfortable with yourself being alone before you enter
Um.
into any relationship, because like if you can't even be comfortable by yourself, like how are you gonna be comfortable with anyone?
yeah. I mean, what if the other had to go on an important trip and then you have to be at
Yeah, that
home?
too,
Yeah,
exactly.
I think it's
yeah.
quite
Suddenly
a
remembered
yeah.
a few of my exes.
Hmm.
Because now that I'm looking back after hearing Lotter here, I realized that the reason why my LDRs failed was because they weren't truthful enough.
Oh,
Yeah,
And that being truthful with anything is the most
Yeah,
important part, especially
LDRs
long
are
that
distance.
is
very truthful.
fundamental.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I can be notorious. I can be chronically online. Those were the years actually I was chronically online. I don't want to go back to those years. It was kind of hard mentally.
Mm.
But
Mm.
yeah, now that I look back, they weren't very honest. I mean, one of them ghosted me in the middle of the relationship.
God
Oof.
Oh
damn.
my
So
god, that
yeah,
sucks.
but then again, them ghosting me was actually a good sign because I tend to be led back then with the heart. So when maybe it's gonna work out, maybe it's not. I should be patient about them. Realizing that was actually my own bad habit because I want to believe in the best of people, and when you want to do that, you tend to go too much sometimes. Well, that itself is not bad, but it can be very bad on you because some people love to take advantage of that.
Mm.
So yeah, one of them lied to me. They said I was actually they actually admitted that I was a rebound, if I remember
Oh my
correct. Yes.
goodness, that
Oh.
sucks.
And the
I'm
Man.
so
other one
sorry.
was they ghosted me. But then again, I did have my share of bad habits back then, so I was also suffering from a heartbreak. So I guess that was on me. That was my punishment, and I accept that. That was a
Mm.
learning experience for me. But that also made me realize that LDR maybe is not for me. I've seen it work for other people, mind you,
Yeah.
but it's not for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
It
Mm.
will
Mm.
work for
Mm.
some, but it's not for everybody. The amount of trust that you have on your partner should be a lot.
Yeah. Takes a lot of it. And I have trust issues, so
I mean, for me, it's like my previous relationship, right?
mm.
Like, even though we're in the same country, like, I don't think, like, a later part of the relationship, I felt I couldn't trust him at all.
Oh no.
Like, he told me, there was this one part of our, like, towards the end, he told me, like, I need a 3 month break. Don't bother texting me
What?
in this, like, 1 month
What?
break. Like, sorry, one
Huh?
month. Sorry, my brain died.
Still a
That
whole
that was
damn
actually a red
month.
flag for me.
Yeah, like, I need a 1 month break. Don't text me during this 1 month. And I was like,
Don't text me.
I was kind of
Wow.
like, okay, that was oddly specific, but
Yeah.
I'll respect you. I'm a person who's like loyal to a fault, so I'm like, I respect you, and I will give you the space you need and the time for you to think about what you need to think about. Whatever is bothering you.
Yeah.
And then there's one time like I experienced something slightly traumatic that was like, I don't know if like for because in Singapore there was this one case where this woman got hacked up by like her ex-husband
Oh
in the
god.
middle of a street, and like I was really near that street, and if had I made a turn, I could have been caught in the crossfire and stuff
Mm.
like that. So I was kind of like shook, and like I just texted him and just wanted to tell him like if life had flashed before my eyes, like he's the first person I think about and stuff like that. Something like really heartfelt, and like it scared me. I just told
Mm.
him like it scared me that like life is so fragile. And then the first thing he said to me was, "Why are you guilt tripping me?"
Huh?
Yeah.
What?
Why are you guilt tripping me? I was like, what?
Oh
How
my
the
god.
heck am I guilt tripping you? I'm just telling you, like, life is fragile, and I appreciate you. Why are you saying that I'm trying to guilt trip you? I don't get it.
What a
Sus.
strange individual.
And like for me, in that moment, I felt like his love for me kind of died or something. I don't know. And it really hurt. It like stabbed me in the heart, and like I was shocked that that was his first response. And like I asked him, why is that the first thing you think about? He's like, you're always finding something to like find fault with me for. And I'm like, when have I ever
Oh.
done that to you? When have I ever done that to you? I don't understand. You said you needed a month break. I didn't talk to you for a month, so like, what is your issue?
Interesting. I don't know. What do you guys think of like quote unquote taking a break?
Like a cool off.
Yeah. I've never really had that before.
I feel like those are for like when you're younger, right? When you're messing around, like a cool off period when like you're already in a serious relationship, especially like, you know, a relationship more than a year, 5 years. It's just like,
Yeah.
your baby, right? You're like, why are you asking for this? Are you serious about this relationship or not?
Yeah, because
Whatever.
eventually you'll have to work out everything every day, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
And like, the relationship is like, it's a relationship is never perfect.
Mm.
You will have troubles. You will have family issues that will bother your partner. You will have personal issues that will bother your partner. You will have issues with work or with anything that will bother your partner.
Mm.
And because you get stressed from it, you start acting a certain way, and you start behaving in a certain way where it bothers your partner.
Yeah.
And then not only that, you have the personal like trust, like you trust the other person.
Bless you.
Do you have enough time, bless you, do you spend enough time with your partner,
Uh-huh.
and etc. Like you have to talk it all out. You have to like sit down and figure out, hey, i'm I am not doing good today. I'm only bringing 20 to the table. And
Mm.
if your partner is like, hey, I'm also bringing 20 to the table, let's figure out how we could get the other 60 so we could all be happy, right? Or
Yeah.
if your partner's only bringing 20, like, hey, I got you. I could spot you the other 80. And so
Oh.
that's how a relationship is. It's like you're you're working it out. If your energy is at 20, her energy is at 20, you figure out what would be better,
Mm.
so you guys don't hurt each other. Or not, like, just figure out how to get to the next day. And if
Yeah.
one day your partner's at 20% energy, you have 80%, you spot them. This is what a relationship is all about. You're working together, not against anything. You're just working together to be happy.
Mm.
That's
Yeah, I
correct.
agree. I
Agreed.
agree.
Also, we given that on the topic of cool off, that's why it is important for us to have a management of self. I
Mm.
mean, you're in a relationship. Why are you going to ask for a cool off? Does that mean that you're not secure yourself as an individual? And that's why it's also important that while in a relationship, you're also quite secure about your own individuality. So you know yourself, you know your limits. But if you
Yeah.
think that not having the label of a relationship during this, I don't know,
Why
cool off
I
period,
felt
what's the
yeah,
point in a way? You might as
that's
Mm.
well
true.
just, call it off.
I agree. I totally agree. It's like you're all in or you're all out, right?
Go
You
big or
you
go
can't be like
home.
this. Yeah,
Go
you
big
can't
or
be
go
this like
home.
halfway point where you're like, I kind of want to be. Oh my god, it's like that one quote from Ken. Will you be my long distance, low effort GF? Like, stop it.
Stop.
No.
I haven't watched 4B yet.
Nah. Oh
Thanks for the
no. Small
spoils.
I'm
spoil.
so sorry. Small
Oop.
spoils.
Small spoil.
It's okay, it's okay. I don't mind spoils. It makes me
Oh my
look forward to
god.
it more.
Oh, do watch it. It's great.
It's
I
great.
love
Like, you,
I
you
love it.
you expect going in there and coming out of there pink and fresh, but you go in there pink and then you come out pink and not fresh, not
Pink
fresh at all.
and tired and
Pink
existential
and like
crisis.
suddenly, not really existential crisis. Like, it's like you feel like your inner child was being acknowledged,
Mm,
like
yeah.
the part of you that you seal away, that you don't want to remember,
You feel
that little girl that
seen.
plays with your dolls, it's
Yeah.
like she feels so freaking acknowledged. I feel
Mm.
so touched by the movie. It's so good.
It is really good. Agreed, agreed. Alrighty, so we've talked about a bit about long distance, a bit about our family of origin as well, like how we bring that into a relationship. Another thing that I kind of wanted to bring up that was also the topic of today's like last session that we had in our marriage preparation course was finances, and I'm terrible with
Oh,
my
here we
money,
go.
so I was hoping I could get some advice on how deal with finances, especially in like a relationship.
In a way, you're when you're still like outside of marriage or within marriage, or maybe both.
Like maybe what changes from singlehood in terms of the law, and then when you're together with someone living or
I
in
mean, it
marriage.
depends on the new what kind of new things that you bring into your marriage,
Mm,
basically. Yeah, because I think basically most people will actually trying to find a new place to live together.
yeah,
I think that's probably the biggest expenses that you're gonna have to face through.
yeah.
But technically, well, when you're both still like outside the realm of marriage, but you're living in together, you kind of have separate finances.
Yeah.
And one thing that I learned is that when you've decided to actually tie the knot, make sure to be prepared financially, especially with being smart on how you
Oh
spend on
yeah.
certain things.
Mm.
That is something that I learned a little bit too late, so I'm learning it
Oh.
within the realm of marriage, but it's okay.
Mm.
One thing that I actually learned before, though, is that it is actually very healthy that you separate your personal account from an account that you share together. So you have your own, each of your own personal savings, and then you
Mm.
have a collaborative savings together.
Like a
So all
joint
your
account.
expenses, yeah, a joint account, separate those because it allows you your own individuality. For example, like all the money that you're going to pull together in that joint account is for your entire house, your projects together, everything. But your own individual accounts, in a way, your individual money, that's for your own personal projects, and it allows you your own self of individuality while you're still married together. And it
Mm.
actually helps you both feel independent while being dependent, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. So it's not like you have to consult them on everything that you buy or everything you want to spend on, right? Because you have your own.
Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm.
they can't
Agree.
even say anything about it because you already gave your contribution.
True.
Anything else within your account, that's how you, I don't know, treat yourself in a way. But if you feel like sharing that part of them, like you take from your own account and treat them to, I don't know, dinner or maybe coffee, that's a bonus actually.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with the separating accounts part,
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
it's a lot easier on like when you're doing the accounts, and like you're just like figuring out what was spent on family. It's like it's so easy. It's like a different wallet altogether.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. And for me, I think my best advice is like to appoint one of us, one of us to actually manage the account instead of both of
Mm.
us managing the account.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah,
Mm.
Lotter's right.
Great. So
To,
today,
and to
when
think, yeah. Oh wait, can I add into
yeah,
Lothar
sure, go
there?
ahead, go ahead.
You know, one thing that I actually learned is that I'm the one who spends a lot because I love to shop. However, when I was given the responsibility of handling the finances, I felt a little bit more financially responsible because I know if I make a mistake, it's gonna look bad for us on our bills.
True.
Mm,
That's very true. It's like the wants versus the needs.
yeah.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
Strider.
Hi, Strider.
Right.
What
Say hi
about
to
you,
people.
Bob? What do you think about finances in a relationship?
Not. I got nothing much to add. This is what I had envisioned
Mm,
to for sharing finances when like fully together.
Said it's like it's very common for like Asian families. I noticed that the women are always holding the purse strings.
I've
Always
noticed
the
that
woman.
as well. I haven't seen, or at least I don't know of a lot of the husbands who handle the finance. But who
I
knows?
manage that expenses.
Lauder is the exception here.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Let's go. Did you appoint yourself or did she appoint you?
I think I appoint to myself, and my wife just agree with it because she thinks I'm better in managing the money.
Okay, okay. Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's interesting that we
I'm gonna
talk
like
about keeping our expenses separate and stuff because that's what I envision for my relationship as well. But then today when I went for the course, right, and they were sharing about the different ways that these old-timey couples, they've been together 25, 35 years, right, for the better part of their lives, and they all just join everything into one account because they cannot be bothered after a certain amount of time. That's what they said. So it's quite interesting. But it could also be a generational thing. Like they are mostly spending for their families. They don't spend as much on themselves. Because, I don't know, I feel like the older folk
Oh,
have
that's
this
true.
responsibility to family. And they don't really treat themselves as often.
That's true. That's true. Our generation is kind of different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
I think the only like there are like a few exceptions would be like my mom and dad, right? They would have a joint everything, but eventually they would have to change their plans because my dad is a gamer, so he would
Oh,
buy like all the new stuff, all the new consoles,
he's a
computers, and
gamer.
etc.
Oh my
And my
god.
mom would be like, "What happened to the money?"
Where's the
Uh,
money?
right, I forgot. Like
Oh
we
my
still
god.
we still thrived and everything, right? We paid the rent, they paid the mortgage, not the rent, the bills and everything. But it's like I'm gonna go buy myself a nice thing I need
Valorant
for the
skin.
house. No.
A PS5.
um and my mom would be like, "What happened to the money?" I'm like, "Oh, I bought a PS2. I bought two PS2, for kids." And
Damn.
you see my dad with the controller, and like, yeah, for the
uh,
kids.
Why does
For
that
the kids
remind
in
me of a
need.
joke video before about the splash something? There was a joke video about that was going around the internet
like a
before.
plush collection kind of
The
thing.
Flash Speed something.
I think I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen what you're talking about either.
Mm,
Sounds nice, pretty funny.
If I
Kizu.
But
find it, I'll tag you guys.
All
but
right.
yeah. So seeing that from my parents' perspective, I'm like, all right, I know what I'm going to do
I know what the end game is.
I know what I'm going to do when I get married, right? I'm gonna have like whoever's gonna be in charge of the finances, like they'll hold the joint account. I'll give my share, and I'll keep my share from my video games and my hobbies, right? And they will keep their personal account as well. That's what
Yeah.
I envision. Because a lot of people have different ways, but I see like this is the method that I heard everyone else use. It's like, okay, I mean,
True.
it sounds logical. It sounds good on paper,
More
basically.
clear cut,
Yeah.
yeah. It's fair and square.
Yeah, like press 1 in chat if you spend on goofy little things now and then.
Me, me,
Me.
me, and me.
Me, but all the time, which is a bad habit.
One,
Oh
two.
my god, have you seen the amount you spent on like this event alone? Oh my
No,
god.
stop! Don't expose me. I have
I was
very
there to
bad
see it
impulse
all.
control.
I was like, oh my god, he made no, not
Why are
like
you coming
this.
back with a new bag every time you leave the booth?
It's like I was very controlled already. Like everything I could fit in one pocket. That's all I bought. And my pocket was pretty small too. But yeah. And like for me I feel like okay, because like for my family, my mom's the one who holds the purse strings.
Mm.
And I'm thankful that she did hold a purse string because my dad is a party guy.
Party guy.
He's like the stereotypical Asian guy, like what we would call like a fuckboy now. But yeah,
Oh my god.
God damn.
Uncle
he literally is one.
Uncle
Okay? He goes out.
Wild.
Yeah, he like going out when back in the day when he was well and everything. He was like going out to pubs, drinking with like people and stuff like that. And he smokes as well, so it's like
Wow.
expensive hobbies, bros.
Quite the sinkhole for finances. All these habits.
Exactly.
Mm.
It's like he was like, yeah, and then when he came home and like after jobs, he would come home because he's like overseas a lot, and like when he comes home for breaks, it's like he would spend a lot on like booze and everything. So it's like I'm glad that my mom like was holding the purse strings, because like most of his money that he could spend was on like stuff like that that's harmful for his body and stuff like that.
I see.
And
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, like my parents' relationships isn't really that great. It's kind of like a lot of the time I'm just like, why? But like that's the thing. It's, you don't know what's gonna happen. Like, I don't think my mom understands like this is what's gonna happen in like 10 years. That her husband's gonna like fall sick, and like the whole family's she's gonna like a whole family's just gonna fall on her shoulders, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like I don't think she expected that, but like, you know, I mean, in a way, she kind of saw it coming
Oh.
with the way my dad's lifestyle is. So she did a pretty good job in like saving up for the rainy day, which was just
Yeah.
like now, and that's why we've been like pretty okay, even though we're not in like the green yet, but we're still okay. We're surviving.
Yeah. Kudos to mama.
Yeah,
You
so
did.
it's like it's very important that you're forthcoming with your spouse as well, and you don't steal from your spouses too. Like that's really bad. Don't do that.
Oh yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. For me, I grew up in a household which was quite comfortable, so I don't really have any complaints. But my mom was also the one who manages the finances. My dad was pretty hands off. She would just give him his allowance, so called. They would put everything in one account, and then she would just give him how much he would need for that month.
Hello.
Yeah, so whatever purchases would just go through my mom, but she usually doesn't question when my dad wants to buy like a new camera or anything like that, because at the time they can afford it. Now it's been a bit tighter, but most of the kids are all grown up and already independent, so it's a lot of burden lifted off off your shoulders once you don't have to support the kids.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
My fiance's family, on the other hand, had a very tumultuous relationship with money, where his mom would like take from the kids' bank accounts and things like that. So it caused quite a
Oh my god,
rift.
that's bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy. And that's why they're left with nothing from their parents after the both of them left the country separately in separate directions. But yeah.
Damn.
I heard this quote
That's
today
insane.
on like the way you manage your money can I forgot the word, but or bankrupt your relationship, something like that.
Yeah.
Not very effective when I don't have the whole quote. My apologies. That's how you
It's
breed
alright. It's
animosity. Yeah, exactly. All right, honestly, I think we've covered most of the stuff already, but let's talk about living together maybe. Like this is quite a contentious topic, especially in groups which are a bit more faith-based. So when I was living with my partner for most of last year, it was a huge thing in my church and in my family also. But what do you guys think about that? Like some people say you shouldn't live together before you get married, and others are
Alright.
all for it.
You do
I'm
you.
gonna tell you the me as a millennial,
Mm-hmm.
as a forward thinking human being. All right, I think it's fine that you live together for like to figure things out, because like you need to know what they're like when you're married, right? Like this is like a trial period.
Kind of,
Trial
yeah.
subscription.
It's like
Subscription.
it's like a trial
That's a
period where you're like,
lifetime one too. Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So it's like you know what they're like, and like kind of like figure things out together.
mm.
Like at least when you're married, it's like, oh, it's just the cert that binds you together. You're just doing everything the same after that.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it as well. Because when we were talking about all these
But if
adjustments you
you
would have
want
to
me to
make,
speak some like
If you want to be
Christian
surprised.
you want me to speak from a Christian perspective or like a more conservative perspective, I will say you need to save yourself for marriage.
That's true. Yeah, that's kind of the take that my family has as well.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the take for all our parents. My mom to this day will not like like I don't know, it's like every person I've ever dated, she will never like want to meet them.
At all?
Sorry.
That's kind of strange. Like, not
No,
even
she
meet
doesn't.
them to get to know them?
No, she doesn't. She's like, what's the point of getting to know them?
Huh?
It's
What?
more
What do
like
you
they
mean?
have to go to your house in a way instead of your own family going out to try to get to know them.
She doesn't want that. She doesn't want him near the house. Like
Oh
she
my
So
used to like when
strange.
my ex didn't
It's
want
so
like
strange.
him near the house or at family gatherings
Oh
or
my
like
god. What?
she doesn't
Like,
want that. She's like
that's your
she's
relationship.
an
Keep it out of
outsider.
my grounds.
These are holy grounds.
Holy
The thing,
grounds.
yeah. The thing is, I think it's good that you tried both living together because, modern problems require modern solutions, and one of the
True.
biggest problems we have right now is housing and economics.
Yeah.
How would you
And
know
like
that
people
both
just
of you would
falling
be
out of
able to
love.
do it?
Mm,
It's a good practice, actually.
yeah.
And the thing is, when I first moved out, I got screamed at for saying that you're probably gonna live in together.
Oh.
No, no, not really, because he
Sorry.
couldn't either. But he tried to help out. He tried to help out economically whenever he could. He tried to
Oh, I
help
don't know
maintain the
what it is about
house.
Asian parents and like their kids moving out. Whereas in the Western society, it's like you're 18, move out right now, get out of my house. But
Oh
Yeah.
it's
my
like
god.
my mom is like, you won't survive out there. You'll be eaten alive. You know.
I mean, the longer you
Yes.
stay in the house, the longer you just get destroyed when you come out of that house.
Yeah. My mom was asking me earlier this week. Was it this week? Yeah. She asked me again. This is like not the first time she asked me. Because she's very sad about me living apart from her. So she asked, girl, after you married, you confirm not living here anymore. Ah? Then I was like, what? I'm gonna be married? Why would I still stay with my parents when I have a home with my
Oh my
husband?
goodness. Oh,
but, but
that's
she
so
just
cute of
really
her.
wants me to stick around.
Thank you,
That's
Um,
moms,
very
both
cute.
but
of
I
you,
did
and it's
promise I would come
simple.
back to like visit and stuff. I
I
think
like
she's
asked my
afraid
mom
of
that
being an empty
before.
nester, you know? Like
Yeah, I
having
did
the
ask
house so
my mom
quiet.
too. I did ask her too, like if I get married, I have to move out. So like, what then? And she's like, well, that's your problem. Until then, you're staying put in this house. And I'm like,
She's deflecting.
okay.
Like
A lot
let's
of
not think
parents
about
are
it.
actually scared of empty nest. I mean,
Mm.
a few weeks, months before my wedding, my mom actually sat down with me and said, like, I'm not prepared to actually let you go yet. I just realized
Oh.
that. Wow, you've been like telling us to be independent and all, and now you finally tell me weeks and months before my wedding that you're not actually ready to let me go. What?
Oh, it must be a really hard thing. It seems like a pretty common struggle with
I mean,
parents.
for parents, we won't really understand that point. Maybe I don't know.
Mm. Or maybe
You'll
Asian
be
parents?
surprised.
I don't know.
Well,
Bob,
you
what
see,
about you? You are not from Asia.
you
So.
you see you see that stuff here too. Sometimes it's not often, but it does happen. Where the parents won't let go of the kid, or of the daughter or son,
Mm.
and it's like that. But most of the time it's like, hey, you're gonna get married, all right, good job, bro.
Good
Here's
job,
some
bro.
money just in case. I mean, basically what happens is like, all right, cool. Yeah, we'll just go to your wedding, we'll do this and that, we'll help you move, and we figure things out together, and as long as everyone's cool, we're cool. And then you got the ones who are just deadbeats, who are just like, we don't care, do whatever you want.
Oh
We kicked
wow.
you out months ago.
We
Like,
kicked you.
okay.
So there's two
Wow.
types
Oh,
over there.
What
Like
about
two
you,
types of
Water?
parents.
What's it like where you were from? Because you said you spent quite a fair amount of time out away from home already, right? By
Yeah, that's
then, doing stuff overseas and things.
yeah. I was in my boarding school during my high school, so actually I spent like 5 years apart from my family, and then I went to overseas. So this problem doesn't really like relatable to my family. So my parents was like,
Mm.
okay, all right. When you gonna have a wife? Come on.
Wow.
Like pushing for you to
Wow.
get one
Yeah.
already.
Wife when?
Why when?
Actually, the LDR speed up the process because they're actually afraid of me and my wife like staying together.
They're like, you
When
might as well tie the knot early so we don't have to worry about it.
mm, yeah, because our family was like quite religious, and yeah,
Mm.
actually both of us are Muslim, so living together before marriage is out of question.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I
basically,
see.
they just want us to speed up the marriage and come on, get married.
That
I'll
was
sell you a
kind of
people.
the same situation with me because after I moved out to my cousin's place first. I lived with her for a while and then they sold the place, so I had to find another one, and on a whim I decided let me move in with my boyfriend. I knew it would be against my parents' wishes, but I did it anyway because I felt like it was the right thing to do at the moment and the most practical thing. Apart from like moving back home, right? So for that 1 year, it was a very like tense time between me and my parents because they were clearly like against my living conditions. So when they finally like pushed for, can y'all stay apart or just get married, and both of us were like, all right, we'll get married.
Oh
Wow.
Yeah.
damn.
Hmm.
I mean, if you're that comfortable living with each other like then might as well, right? I don't know.
Yeah. It really
Damn,
did
but
feel like we already transitioned to married
if
life when
I
we
ever
moved in
pulled
together.
anything that you've pulled, oh my goodness, just family drama all the way. Like I'll be disowned.
I expected my father to disown me actually, but he didn't.
Damn. Well, that's nice of him, but like my mom 100% will disown me because she's a very prideful person in a way.
Mm,
Well, I mean, I don't want to disrespect her either. I don't know. I don't go out of my way to disrespect people.
yeah.
Like I still I care. I obviously I care for my parents, and I want the best for them. And
Hmm.
I don't know. I just feel like as the only child, it's always fallen on my shoulders to be responsible for them. Like,
Yeah.
because there's no one else to go to, right? It's just me and them against the world in the future. Like they're gonna grow old, and who's gonna look after them? Like I can't just leave them on the lurch.
Hmm.
So it's like I don't want to do anything that will jeopardize relationships, and because like I care about my mom and stuff like that, not so much my dad, but like I care a lot for my mother, and
Uh-huh.
like if I want to move out, I definitely would bring her with me because like she suffered a lot, dude. Like
Mm.
growing up, it's like I never knew it until like I was older, and then I realized like how much she sacrificed for this whole family to work out. It's like it's very important. I feel like if you're gonna get married, it's like you really have to be super sure about the person, and you have to like realize that no matter how like you have to realize that whatever happens, it's till death do us part.
Mm.
It's ride or die. It's if anything happens to them, like for example, my dad got shot. She still stays with the guy, even though he's like verbally abusive and like says really fucked up shit
Mm.
to her. She still stays, which in a way makes me feel like damn, that's kind of respectable that you really taking this to the grave
They really like lived up to the for in health and in what's the other part?
in health and in sickness.
In sickness and in
The
health.
death do us
Yeah.
part. Yeah, in
Hmm.
sickness and health, death do us part. It's like when you say death do us part, do you really mean it? Death do us part. What
It's a
if we get
heavy,
sick?
heavy,
What if
heavy sentence.
it's something to think about? It's for making.
Hmm.
If today you're supposed to caught it to an accident and
Oh, you're breaking up a little bit.
The only way he can communicate with you is through just mumbles. Then what? Are you capable of
Like
you know
accepting that.
to terms with it and like helping them through?
Min, you're breaking up a lot.
Hello.
Hello,
You're
but I
breaking
kind
up
of
a
got the idea that she was trying to perpetuate. Like,
Break-
marriage can be quite daunting because of the promises that you make at the altar, you know? So, yeah. We have someone in chat, Yamatisi, who says, here in Sweden, we have a super casual view on marriage. Nobody expects marriage to have an impact on a relationship. Lots of us also just get engaged, but not married. Which is interesting. Because I think, like, marriage
That is
in
interesting.
where I'm from anyway, in Singapore, is like huge thing. Like
Yeah, it's
so
I mean,
binding.
in Asian culture, yeah, in Asian culture, it's like your fates are intertwined with each other. The fact that it's a very spiritual thing. It's a very sacred thing for
Mm,
Chinese people, or I think Asian people, to get married is like a binding of two souls, you know.
mm.
And like, if you're bounded to that person, you ride or die. You either go hard or go home.
Go hard or go home. It's a big step to commit yourself to like one person for the rest of your life, almost. Like that's what you're saying at the altar, right?
Yes.
Like,
Yeah,
I'm
But
definitely
you
exactly.
have to be
You're saying like
struggling.
sure.
I'm struggling
in
to write my
sickness and in
vows
health,
a month before.
you know, it's like you gotta understand the the heaviness part of getting married. Which I thought about it because like looking at my parents and the way they function, I feel like I can, because I know better. I feel like I can do better. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
It's just that, you know, I don't know how to explain it. It's like my mother's very overprotective of me, but that's only because I'm the only child, and like and I'm it's unfortunate I'm female as well. There's a lot to lose, so it's
Mm.
just she's protecting me from like heartbreak and stuff, but like there's only so much you can protect me from. I feel
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I still have to go through what I have to go through. It's life. It's just part and parcel of like aging, aging,
Aging.
growing.
We are here sounding super old right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm almost 30, and I feel like I'm ready to if I find the right person, I'm ready to settle down for good and like just chill out with this person for life.
Hmm.
Like I don't know. I just feel like that's my take on like the whole relationship thing is that if I go up to a guy and date someone, I will lay out all the cards on the table. Okay, this is all the potential no goes, potential deal breakers. Okay, you good with that? You good with that? We try this out.
Good to be upfront
If we know
about
good
it.
with that,
Mm.
yeah, basically like just be like, yo, this is the potential like things that might like ruin our relationship. So like, are you sure you want to do this still? And like, if they're like yes, then I'm like, okay, I don't say I didn't warn you.
All right.
I
So
mean,
I
it
do
goes
have
back to expectations.
Sorry, patience.
It goes back to expectations, right? Like, what
Yeah,
are
it
you
does.
expecting in a relationship? But like, if you
Mhm.
set up what you're expecting from the relationship, it's just like, oh, okay. And if both parties are good, and more than likely, you'll grow as a unit.
Mhm.
Sorry for interrupting, though.
No worries. But do you agree that sometimes expectations can change over time?
Oh yeah, for sure. Expectations can change.
Mm.
It could be life goals. It could be things of comfortability,
Yeah,
and so on and so on.
that's right.
Yeah, Lauder. Yeah, it's because like in Asia, having kids before marriage is kind of a taboo thing.
They consider it out of wedlock
People
if
get shamed.
Even if you've
Yeah,
been living
everybody
together
gets
forever.
like totally shame. Like they'll ring the shame bell behind your back. And like
Mm.
shame.
I think it's gonna be
I
like
think it's
less
an Asian.
so over time, like as people are a bit more liberal.
I don't know. It's still very prevalent in current
Here,
times.
yeah, for sure.
Over here at least.
Hi, Falcon.
Yeah,
Over
over
here at
there it's
least.
like pretty wild. Over here it's like, oh, you had a kid? Okay.
Oh,
So
cool.
All
that
right.
income tax is
Well,
gonna be huge, huh? That's all
like
that's like.
so this Doris down the street, like Nancy down the street as well. She's got a kid.
Nancy down the street. This hypothetical lady in a hypothetical town.
Like Susan,
In a
Susan,
hypothetical
Susan from
story.
next door.
Mm.
Susan from next door was pregnant when she was 16. It's like it's nothing.
No biggie. Happens
And a
all the
12-year-old
time.
has a kid, and like, yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah.
So
It's
yeah, I
just
want
like
to answer Yamatisi. Yeah,
Yeah.
having a kid before marriage in my country, in Malaysia, is really hard because first you will have an issue in the child registration. You
Mm.
can't really
Oh.
like having a birth certificate for the kids.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and the kids will might be stateless.
Yeah,
Whoa.
because Malaysia is like a very like religion based country.
Yeah,
I
that's
feel
true.
that the
Yeah.
laws is very
Mm.
religious.
Where the mother and the father came from will impact a lot on the child.
Yeah.
Sounds
I
rough.
can see why. Yeah, it sounds weird. Is that why a lot of them like move to Singapore when that happens? I see
Yeah,
why now.
yeah,
It
that's
makes
true.
sense. It all makes sense.
I don't know about the childbearing circumstances of Singapore, but
No, but Singapore is more liberal because we follow more Western type laws. We're very democratic,
very
very like
whitewashed.
there's we don't we're
Retaining
not
the
swayed by
colonization.
religion. Yeah, we're not swayed by religion. We're like our government is religionless.
They're quite practical still, I think.
In a way, yes. It's more logical based than religion based, like Malaysia. Malaysia's everything's like until today, like if you kiss a guy in the streets, you're probably gonna get stoned to death or something. I don't know.
Not
Like
not
if you
not
if
radical
you
like
if,
that,
if
but you still
Not
get
that
fined.
bad, I'm sure. You
I
wait, you
mean,
get
there are
fined?
I
places
mean, you will
that
still
aren't
get
that
fined,
bad.
but yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I heard about what happened with like the band 1975.
Oh, that,
Like
yeah.
he
Yeah,
kissed a guy on the stage and like
yeah,
that
it's
caused
a
a
huge
whole
issue.
hoo-ha.
Oh, right.
That was pretty.
But the thing is, they agreed to perform without doing anything like that, and they breached the
Yeah,
contract.
Yeah,
that's true.
So it was
yeah,
like a
that's true.
whole
That's
thing.
also true.
That was under
That's
contract.
also
What an
true.
inconsiderate band.
Yeah, they were pretty bad. I would admit that action from them was bad. But like the message that he wanted to show behind the action was like just just two guys kissing, I guess.
Love it, love.
And like that was already setting them off. So it's like
They said,
in
enough!
Singapore right now, it's like you can do that. And no one bats an eye. Everybody's just gonna be like, oh, interesting. First time
Interesting?
I'm seeing a gay out in public.
Mm.
I've had that. Like it's like a thing where I've seen LGBTQ couples like a few times. Like and they're just like normal couples.
They're
I
just
don't
living their
understand this.
lives.
Yeah, but like my mom is like, I think he's gay. I'm like, Mom, you don't say.
I
Staring at
I think.
That's
staring
so
at me while
funny.
saying that.
I think he might be homosexual.
And then I'm just like, you don't say it, Mom. You're holding hands. Like,
What next? You're
And
gonna
then
say they're
she's
Homo
like-
sapiens?
Fellas.
and then
Mm.
no, she's like staring at them. I think you're gay. She like goes really close to me and I
Like
think you're
squints
gay.
in their direction, stares
Yeah.
for an uncomfortable
I'm just
amount of
like, Mom,
time.
Stop it, Mom. Stop it. Just leave them alone.
Leave them alone. Alright, so for the last part, thank you so much, by the way, for all the input on the various topics that I kind of threw your way. And I liked how we kind of flowed through a few different things as we went along. If at any point anyone wants to add on, just go ahead, okay? And for the last part, let's take a look at the CUDA board. So this is the board which has been opened up to our audience and our viewers and anyone who isn't on the talk show today and yesterday. we have a couple of input and some really long like love stories, personal experiences which they wanted to share about how they make their relationships work. Is there anything in particular in these stories that you maybe resonate with or that you want to comment on for those who are on the panel right now? I know Sayori brought up the one about the wholesome relationship, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, that's a really good point though. Just because what you see in social media looks wholesome doesn't mean that they're okay behind closed doors. And it's okay if
Yeah.
if you have fights. It's okay if that you have discovered you actually have a bunch of toxic traits. That's the whole point of being in a couple, wherein you actually find out your bad sides and you resolve them together
Yeah.
in a
That's
positive
the
way.
whole. Yeah, that's the dating process. Honestly, before you get married, it's a testing ground. Like, you look at each other's traits, you lay it out on the table, and you're like, yo, this part I don't really like it. Let's see how we can, like, if we can change it together, or if this is part of you, then I have to learn to accept it, right? If I'm gonna have to be with you for a long time, I'm gonna have to accept that this is you, this is part of
Mm.
you.
Yeah. Although you sometimes some of those traits you kind of find out after like being together
Yeah.
or in marriage, especially if
Mm-hmm.
you don't have the opportunity to live together, you kind of
Mm.
find out a
That's true.
few things that you'll be
Shocking.
surprised, shocking. Like you
Shock.
don't
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
how they snore, for example, or you don't like
Ah.
how they hug the bed or the sheets, something like that, or
Oh, I.
maybe like
Yeah.
they always have like dirty dishes lying around. Those
No.
things like that.
Oh no.
Even yourself, you kind of find out also negative things that you've never realized that you had.
Yeah.
And yeah, even though if you post like in social media, like we're on a date or thank you for all of these and these, it's just one facet of the relationship, really.
Mhm.
The real trials of a relationship, or what at least makes people wholesome, is how they tackle the problems that they encounter, or rather the toxic parts of their relationship together, instead of beating each other up, or maybe yelling at each other or being negative about it.
Yeah, that's true. I
Mm.
think being in a relationship or actually being in marriage is that you need to be flexible and adaptable with a lot of stuff that randomly come to you. Because yeah, sometimes things that unexpected will come to you. For example,
Mm.
like yeah, we're expecting a child. We're expected a child, a normal child, and a normal family. But then, our child is different. Our child is special. So
Mm.
yeah, we've never been prepared of having a special child. So it's really like taking a toll on our mental health.
Mm.
But we're actually learning as the time goes through. Yeah, and we learn a lot of things
Mm.
and be more patient. So yeah, so just be flexible and be like more adaptable with whatever come.
Like be ready to tackle anything with the person that you chose to be with, right?
Yeah,
Yes, that also includes. I think I saw in the chat about the mental strain of corporate work for a couple.
Yeah, yeah, we did. Corporate work.
Yeah. It especially, well, my husband works in night shift, so it does
Oh.
have extra strain given that we're both streamers and given that my job is on the day and he's at night. So when he comes in and I have to get up, I have to make sure that I have Kagebunshin no Jutsu myself, or replacement no
Uh-huh.
Jutsu, because he's a hugger. He's a hugger. So I have to make sure that I don't wake him up. So I have
Mm.
to do the sneaky sneaky and replace myself with a pillow. Sometimes it
Aw.
works.
That's
Oh,
so
that's so
Sometimes it
cute.
cute.
doesn't. The thing is, what we're tackling right now is that he has terrible sleeping habits, and
Oh.
I
Ah.
believe he can't really sleep well without me. So I
Oh.
Oh.
can't. While it's cute and all, it can be very bad for his health,
Yeah, because when
Yeah.
you're not
and it's
there,
a
Yeah.
then he
hurdle.
can't
Yes,
sleep.
yes. So
He
it's
needs
a
to find a
hurdle.
replacement when you're not there.
He needs a Dakimura of Shiori.
Yeah, but we have to also admit that sometimes we have to learn to be independent when it comes to
Yeah,
simple
maybe
things like that.
Daki for his birthday, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Sorry,
here's
Daki.
my shadow clone when
If I can afford it soon, maybe I'll find his waifu and make and have that as a dakimakura for him.
Oh my
I mean,
gosh.
I
Maybe
think
a Miku one.
the
We'll see.
pieces for
Ooh.
Dakis are pretty cheap. It's the pillow part that's expensive.
Yes, the bolster pillow is actually pretty
If
expensive.
you want the good ones, at least. If you want the really good ones, they're
Good
expensive. But if you
squish,
want the
yeah.
really like, if you don't mind like stuff, then you can get the
Stuff.
cheaper one, I guess.
Mm.
The cheaper ones I've seen like can go for like $20. I've seen those.
Really?
That's not expensive. Like that's on Taobao.
Oh, okay. But Taobao quality is like,
Yes,
it's a gamble. It's always a
It's
gamble.
a
our
gamble.
Lord
It's a
and
50
Savior
50.
Taobao.
Either you
Yeah.
win the
I'm scared
50-50
of
or you're
memory
not.
foam.
Yeah, man.
But another
That's
thing
true. That's
about
true.
the mental strain of corporate, especially in a relationship, is when when things get really hard at work
Mm.
and they bring that to the table. There will be days
Oh
that you end up
yeah.
becoming the dumping site of the stress, wherein whether they just complain, it's okay that for them to complain sometimes about work, but when it just piles up, like if you do it every day, it also affects you.
Mm.
So I guess you may need to find a way to work things around on that. It's a learning process, to be honest. Not simple, not even easy
I
to
have
do
a
because
I have a
yeah.
very bad habit of bottling everything up.
Yeah, that's another thing. That's another
I
thing.
have this
Bottling things
very
up and
very
then you
bad habit.
explode.
Oh, the thing is when I explode, it's very interesting. Like I'll like I'll like
How do you
cry.
explode? Walk us
No,
through it.
like okay, my explosions when I get really stressed out and like and when I'm in pain.
Mm.
Usually what happens is like I just go to my room, like I will stay in there for a few days with my iPad, just drawing on my iPad, and everything that comes out from the iPad looks really ugly, and then I will feel very upset, I'll cry, and then I'll like get very emotional, listen to emotional songs, start drawing like vent pieces of art, and then like suddenly I'm okay.
Sounds like a pretty long process.
It takes about like 1 or 2 days, it depends.
Mm.
The longest it has gone for is like a week, but that was because I broke up with like my ex and I was in a really
Oh.
bad state.
Heartbreak takes a long time to heal, especially if it's been a
True.
lot of emotional investment.
And then like after that, like after like something he said to me, like my heart just totally dropped him. Like when he said that,
Mm.
like he got COVID and he blamed me for giving
What?
him COVID or something, and
What?
I haven't seen him in months.
Hello? What?
How
Sir?
do you give
That
somebody
is
He's like,
so
the
What?
weird.
COVID at a long distance? Excuse me.
Okay. Okay,
no, he's
bro.
been a long distance. Like he's living in my country as well, and he was like, you're the reason why I'm like this. I'm sick. I'm this. I'm that.
What?
I'm
He
low
was
on
trying to
life. And I'm just
blame
like,
everything
why
on
is it
you.
me?
That's
What did I do to
crazy.
you, you crazy son of a bitch? Like, what have I done to you? Like, I haven't seen you in months. What are you talking about? Like,
Man.
go see a doctor or something. And the funny part is that he says that I needed to see a doctor, and I was like, okay, bet I'll go see a doctor. And like, I went for therapy, and like, I'm doing so much better than he is, and like, he was just like hardcore. I just realized he was just hardcore projecting
Yeah.
his like stress and everything onto me, and it was like not good.
Mm-hmm. I think humans as a whole, we just tend to project, right? We tend to see the worst parts in others that we see in ourselves, and that's what we notice. But in a
True.
partnership, that shouldn't be what you point out or what you blame the other person for being. At the end of the day, we all have to manage ourselves when we bring ourselves into a relationship too. Do the rest
Emailed
have
him the virus. Oh my
any
god.
favorites in the Kudo board that you would like to comment on? If not, I have one that I really like, and it's a personal bias. If you don't mind me
Go.
sharing.
Go ahead. Go
Okay,
first.
okay,
All
go,
right.
go, go.
So for me, my favorite was this one by Atas Chi. She is one of my VTuber friends, but also I discovered few years ago when I just started streaming that her partner is one of my childhood friends. So
Oh,
it was
small
really,
world.
yeah,
So
really
weird.
small. And they went through the same course and stuff, and that's how they met. And this
Wow,
childhood friend of
damn.
mine is like 2 years older than me, and we spent almost every day together with our whole like childhood friend group. So it was quite a coincidence, and I was also surprised to hear that he had a partner, because he is a guy who's really awkward and like very shy. So he's never really made a move on anyone before. So this is like the first girlfriend that we've heard of, our friend group. So we were super excited for him when we met her. Yeah. So I love how she said, after a year or two of steady progress, we eventually overcame most of the hurdles that we had starting out. We spoke to each other, and we cried together. We hung out and mindlessly babbled about our goals, what we're going to name our cats. And in our own time, we researched on how to be a better partner. And I noticed I noticed how he did a little more each time, dressing nicer, speaking his thoughts more, introducing me to his friends, and being a warmer person overall. So that was like, I cried a little bit reading it, because
oh,
I know this person, and how awkward he was starting out. Like, he would only hang out with us. And then seeing that he has kind of evolved with and grown with his partner to, do their own
that's
research
important. Yeah.
on becoming better for each other each day, and doing the
Yes,
little
that's
things
so
to improve.
important.
It's so important. It's that constant effort, that constant like choosing each other
I
over
love
time.
I love it when like couples grow as a couple in their because their relationships are going so well. They grow to be more, they grow to be better just in general, and you can see the glow in them. I just love that. I love seeing that. It makes me very happy when my friends are like in good, healthy relationships. I'm like,
Me
y'all, you guys are
too.
so
Yeah.
like
It's
Kaz
very
and Carrie.
like that
Oh
warm,
my
fuzzy feeling
god.
of I'm so glad you found each other.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
Kaz and Carrie has that effect for me. I'm just like, yo,
They do.
these two
Oh
are
my
good.
gosh, talking to
They're
them
so
yesterday.
cute.
It was so
Yeah,
nice.
I love their dynamic, and like the fact that like they lightly bully each other. It's so cute.
It's
It's
super
so
cute.
freaking
For
cute.
those of you wondering who Kaz and Carrie are, they were our guests from yesterday. They go by Careless and Raina VT. And I gave them a little
Yes.
shout out on my Twitter, so go check it out if you want to get to know them or watch yesterday's VOD after this.
Yeah, they're so. Please go watch them. They're so
They're
cute.
super
I love
cute.
them both.
Alright,
I've
so
also
Min,
noticed.
Mater, Bob, is there any of the others that you like? Sorry, Siri, I interrupted you. Did you have something
It's
to
okay.
add?
Yeah, I kind of noticed that they mentioned about research. It makes me wonder if they actually actually read up of their different types of love language. Because it actually
Oh.
helps with
Oh
communication.
my god, that is so cute.
That is a good point as well. It was something I brought up in the form that we filled up, but not a lot of people were familiar with it, or they didn't feel like
It's
they wanted to
okay.
talk about it.
I
But
like
we can briefly
the very
mention it.
short and brief one. That's the funny thing. I
Sorry?
like the very short one. Honesty and loyalty.
Honesty
Honestly,
and
that is like
loyalty.
very very important things. If you're not honest, it's like you shouldn't even be in a relationship. You can't be honest with yourself, with your partner. Like, what the heck are you doing together?
I have no idea who submitted this, but it's cute. From X.
It's
Did Twitter
true.
send this to us? Damn.
Oh my god, Twitter
A
sent
message
it.
from
Oh,
the Elon Musk himself.
man, thanks Elon.
Thanks, Elon.
Thanks Elon.
Thanks, Elon. Ellen.
Ellen.
I'm
Elon.
not the
Ellen.
super
Oh my god,
expert
Ellen.
on.
Sorry, which one?
I'm not a super expert on love languages, but there so far 5. Well, the most commonly known are 5.
Yeah.
And it's acts of service, quality time, words of affirmation, physical touch, and receiving gifts.
Mm.
A lot of the people that posted in the kudos board actually mentioned quality time.
They did, yeah. It's one of the most
Aw,
common, I
yeah,
think.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Spending time, yeah, it is important. It's like if you're not spending enough time with your loved ones, what are you doing?
They're busy
Go
feeling love
spend
in
time
other
with
ways,
them.
perhaps. Like for me personally,
Maybe.
my top isn't quality time. My top is gift giving. Material girl! So
Material girl.
I don't mind spending prolonged amounts of time, like not constantly with my partner. Although I like their presence there, it's assuring that they are in the same country, and all that. But at the end of the day, it still makes me feel better when they give me a gift or do something for me that they know I don't like doing. Like my fiance clears out the, you know, the gross kitchen gunk that gets stuck in the sink after you wash the dishes.
Oh my goodness.
I hate that
Aw.
so much. It makes me want to gag. So my fiance always clears it for me.
I think for me is that if any man would be willing to kill cockroaches for me, I'll love you forever.
Love
Yes.
I
language,
even
killing
marry
cockroaches.
Yes,
Yeah, if
I
you kill the
agree with
cockroaches,
that, man.
especially the one that flies.
Oh my god,
Oh.
yes.
You are the
That's a
manliest man
winner.
alive. I will kiss you. Mwah.
Bonus points if he can kill it by just throwing his shoe.
Whoa, he's like expert cockroach killer. Plus 10
That's
Riz
Yes.
points.
Oh my god.
Plus points on
Yes,
that.
yes, it's true. I hate them. I
That
hate
should
those so
that
much.
should be in a Tinder bio.
I can kill
I
cockroaches
can
with
kill the cockroaches for you. Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah,
10 out of 10.
I'll
We'll
kill the
date.
cockroaches.
On the note of
Smack,
love
smack.
languages, do we all know which ones are ours or
Loathe, like, you know, like things we don't like.
no love languages? Like
Oh,
the
I was
yeah.
like, loathe.
Loaf?
Loathing?
Loathing?
Loathe language is the thing that I don't like. There's a lot, but things that, yeah, definitely things that I like is one of them is like killing cockroaches. Like just freaking kill the freaking cockroach. I hate those.
It's actually acts of service.
Oh, for you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, acts of
Acts of
service for
service.
that. If you want someone to kill cockroaches for you, it's acts of service.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, please do this for me, please. And when you do it like on initiative, like I don't have to tell you, it's like, ooh, you love me extra.
I mean, like, okay, love languages aside, I feel like in friendships as well, I feel
Yeah,
like
for sure.
it's just communication is also very important.
Mm.
Like if you don't know how to talk, it's like it's very hard. You're always gonna misunderstand each other, and it's like, can you imagine misunderstanding a person every single day? Wait, that's Kochi and me. Never mind.
What happened here? Hold on, my page
Let's-
just reloaded.
Oh no.
Wow,
Are you good?
wow.
Are you
Okay.
good?
Oh no.
Okay,
Hello?
we good.
Okay, good.
Live troubleshooting.
As I was saying, like, misunderstanding a person on a daily basis who's my friend is definitely Kochi. We always misunderstand each other, but somehow, I don't know how, we managed to smack each other so hard that suddenly it's like factory reset. We're fine again.
Healthy friendship. Knowing the other so
I
well. that-
don't know if that's healthy, but
Well, maybe at least you don't stay mad at each other for too long, right?
I don't know. I feel like if I stay mad for too long, we can't work together, and we work very closely. That's the thing.
That's true.
It's like if I stay mad at her for too long, it's like I can't even get work done. It's like no, that's not productive.
Shout out to Catatir in the chat. That's Kochi that we're referring to. Lauder,
Yes,
do you know what
Kochi.
your love language is?
Yeah, I do. This time is my the first top result, and I got 0 for receiving gift.
Lol.
It's fine.
So he doesn't like to receive gifts.
It's not that he doesn't like, but it's not the priority.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not my
Yeah.
priority. I mean, I
Okay,
don't
okay.
mind. I love giving more rather than receiving.
Which is interesting. Because they say that the love
That's
language is like both, like how you show it and how you receive it also.
Yes.
Yes, but sometimes it's also
So
like
what
the
is your
complete opposite.
what is your love language, Lauder? Like what would you like your wife to do for you that will make you like super happy, over the moon?
For me, the most important one is a quality time and the
Mm.
words of affirmation.
Ah,
Mm. I always,
It's
I think
true.
I love being appreciated with whatever I do.
We appreciate you!
Yeah.
Yes,
Thank
Thank you
you.
for your time!
valid. Absolutely valid. Yes.
Mm.
What about Bob?
Yeah.
Mine are physical affection. There is quality time and acts of service, or I guess gifts as well. But it's
So
like
everything?
more
Oh, so it's
Oh, I mean,
Yeah, so
there's-
overlapping.
everything.
almost everything. It's almost
Mm.
everything, but it's mostly, quality time is like top first, and then
Mm.
secondly would be physical affection. Um, in all categories, right? And then
Yeah.
thirdly would be like acts of service. And like I see
Oh.
acts of service because it's like, let's say, like I don't like gifts per se, but I do like gifts that are made by hand, right? Like if someone
Mm.
cooked for me or
Oh,
someone
the
did this for me.
meaningful
Yeah.
aspect.
Yeah,
That's
like
right.
Aw.
that is more meaningful to me, right? Like I love that. So like that's what I see. Those are my love languages, and so
Mm.
as it was mentioned before, right? Like I would also try to show it the same way, right? Like give as much quality time as I would want, give as
Yeah.
much physical attention that I would want, and the same way with acts of service.
I see.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It
love it.
seems quite balanced for you. Like you appreciate all ways.
I mean, there's definitely quite a few other ones that I've heard that aren't mentioned here. I just don't remember them right now because they're
Mm.
so random.
Specific. Random.
I
I
wouldn't
I
say
remember I
random,
was
right?
I was I was scrolling through, like, speaking of such things, I was scrolling through Facebook today, and like this post of like this very popular YouTuber who always talks about true crime stuff came out, and she, like, at her wedding speech she was like crying and saying
Stephanie Sue.
like yes, she
I
found
love
her
her.
husband. She found her husband's fallen asleep at the laptop looking for how to cheer up my
Partner.
spouse, like my partner,
When
who's
they
very
be
sad.
sad.
And I'm like, oh, that's
So
so
cute.
cute. Oh, it's like if someone were to do that for you, I think, yeah, it warrants you marrying them.
Mm,
It's cute.
it
For
is.
for
I
me,
love their
it's like,
relationship.
yeah, for me, I don't know. I feel like acts of service for me definitely, and like affection, like cuddling and stuff. Yeah, definitely, I'm that kind of person too.
You a cuddly girl?
Yes, I'm a cuddling
Yes.
girl. I like
Cuddly.
hugs. I like people who give good hugs.
Good
I'm like,
hugs.
but then I don't know if I give good hugs back. But
You
yeah,
do.
like
You do.
Edge sometimes thinking about it. Oh,
All right. Well, I
but yeah.
guess. Is there anything else you would like to add? Otherwise, we can start wrapping things up. We went a little bit over time, but I think that's fine.
Mhm. I think that's all, like most of it for me.
Yeah. Thank you so much for
Sorry
the
for coughing
time.
so much.
No, it was great.
I'm still like sick from like the con.
Oh, you too. Get well soon.
Yes,
All right, so I want to thank
like
our
I think,
guests here.
yeah.
We had Bullseye Bob in order. Bullseye Bob, Lauder 20, Lauder 29, Lauder 92, Minimal underscore art, and Siri Storm, not Storm. So do go and support our guests from today. I had a really nice time getting to know you guys and your relationship dynamics and your nuggets of wisdom as well. I really appreciated you guys taking the time. And is there anything you would like to promote before we say bye bye? Starting from Bob, if he's here. Anything to promote?
Nothing to promote. No,
Nothing at the moment?
nothing.
Why a bear? I'm just curious.
Why? Oh, so my family, like for the longest, we started calling each other like animal names.
Oh,
And
Aw, that's
so
so
my
cute.
cute.
family called me a bear, so I was like, all right. It wasn't because I like the Urban Dictionary definition either.
Are
It
you
was just
guys are you guys like a family of bears?
no. I'm the bear. My other brother is a dog. My second oldest brother, I guess the brother before me, right?
Mm,
After me,
After you, yeah.
he's a stick bug.
stick bug.
Um,
Dick bug.
That's so
yeah, because he's very
interesting.
thin.
That's oddly
He's very
specific,
he's
but
very
okay.
thin. He's
Mhm.
very thin. His personality is like
Okay.
very silent, very stiff, and
Mhm.
like how a stick bug just starts going ham. That's him. Like when he gets mad, he goes like he starts going like that. My brother's a dog.
Whoa.
He's like very chill, very cool, very lovable guy. But then
Aw,
he gets a little mad. He
Mr.
starts
Peanut
barking
Butter.
and
It's
yeah.
like bark, 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 bark,
Yeah, basically. He's very
bark, bark, bark,
like
bark,
at
bark.
times he's a violent dog, and I was like, oh my
Oh.
god.
Oh no.
I see. That's a cute story. So it's kind of like Beto. Da da da. Plug 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 plug.
That's funny. That's
Yeah.
right.
I'm
Uh,
not an animal, right?
my
Yeah, I'm not an
my
animal.
sisters is a panda, and then the other one is an owl.
Cute.
Oh, that's good.
That
Aww.
is very
So you have
cute.
two bears in your family.
Oh,
You have a
no.
panda and you're the bear.
Yeah.
Hmm.
A grizzly and
Then
a
if you
panda.
find like if he finds like a polar bear, there will be
We'll be
bears.
bears.
Yeah.
All right, Lauder, anything to promote for today?
Uh,
Freelance illustrator stuff? Wink, wink.
yeah, sure. You guys can visit my Fiverr profile if you're interested in portrait drawing.
Yeah. Send it in chat.
I'll put in the chat.
Yeah, he
Alright.
drew that beautiful portrait of himself.
I'm so bad at
That's
it.
so nice.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, it's super nice. He also drew
Super
me a
good.
couple times, but I removed them from my page because it was my real face back then. Whoops.
Yeah. Oops.
The likeness is too likeness.
Oof.
All right, Min, anything to
I
promote?
mean,
Let's go.
no.
Sorry.
Oh, did I? Oh.
Oh.
Did you say something, Lauder?
No, it's alright. Okay, go on.
I'm sorry. For me, follow me on all my socials, I guess, and I'll be launching like this sale, I don't know, you call it fire sale, but like
Fire
a
sale.
sale for like very pop styled VTuber models that are like half
Ooh.
chibi but very hyper stylized, big hands, big head.
Big head.
It's weird. It's kind of like a panty and stocking kind of style.
Yeah.
So like
Oh
if
my
you want
God.
that, like
It's
definitely
hella
check
cute.
it out.
You already have one
It's on my
VTuber who's
Twitter.
using that, right? What's her name
Oh,
again?
she's not done yet. Poru.
Poru. Oh, but we saw
Yeah,
the
Poru's
preview.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did her character sheet. I'm about to be done with hers.
Can't
Just doing some
wait.
tweaks.
Your herd is growing. Why did I say herd? Like I mean
Yes.
your VTuber
My
children.
children,
Your herd.
my house, the house of Min is growing.
Yes, House of Min. Okay,
And very soon
lastly-
Merryweather will have one too. But
Oh
yeah.
my gosh, I'm looking forward to his. It's super cute. And lastly,
Mhm.
Siori, anything to add? Do you want to promote you or your partner? Since both of you are VTubers, after all.
Well, my partner Zero X, he is actually aiming to get to his 150 followers. So he actually promises to do a Warhammer stream
Wow.
when he hits that.
Let's
So
go.
that's one.
Mhm.
On my end, I'm actually doing a model update unveil. So on August 1, I will be doing that unveiling campaign wherein with the retweets and likes. So
Fun.
yeah, if that's up your alley, then yeah, wait for the release on August 1.
Awesome. Okay, sorry. Could you type your partner's at in the chat? I didn't catch how to spell
Sure.
it.
It's okay.
Mm-hmm. And that concludes Doki Doki Talk Day 2! Pachi 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 pachi!
Yay!
Thank you so much,
Yay.
everybody, for
Everybody.
joining us today. I hope you have learned
Thanks
a
for
thing or
having
two.
me.
I got you, Hime. Hey! Hello! I don't think that's the right at. Oh, he's live now. You know what? Are all in agreement for us to raid Siori's partner
Yes, please,
tonight?
please do, please do, please,
A
please do,
wolf
please do.
returning to
Sure.
Remnant. Nice. All right, thank you all so much for joining, and I apologize if I hope I was a good host. We'll have a little meeting after this to discuss
You were
that.
great.
It's
Yeah.
fine. We're great. You're great. You're fine.
Thanks for stream. It wouldn't be a
For
stream without
being
you
here,
guys.
chat.
Mhm.
For
And
being
stay
here, chat. We
tuned.
love you.
I love you, man. What?
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 No,
Ma-
don't love me. Loving me is bad.
Mama?
No love.
All right, do remember to follow our guest, and we're gonna be rating Ciori's husband.
Zero
Zero HFX. What does the HFX stand for?
Yeah, what's the HSFX?
FX. It was
The
from my
H?
old username. But it's
Oh,
zero FX.
Oh,
I see, I see. Cool. All right, we're
That's
gonna
nice.
go meet a wolf boy after this.
ooh, another doggy.
Yeah, there were no subs or gifts today, so we're gonna skip the raffle, but I will host it on Discord and Twitter instead if you guys wanna go and join in. So yeah, if you want to stand a chance to win a Skip and Loafer manga cover inspired 2% YCH, that is a mouthful. It is on the left side. You can take a look there, and I'll be hosting that on my socials. Probably tonight. Alright, see you again. I'm probably not streaming much of August because of wedding prep, but I'll catch you guys when I catch you guys. Let's say bye-bye!
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye!